How do you have abs when you eat fast food in every video? 4 things: leg raises, planks, ab wheel, and the Stairmaster. With those 4 components in play, I stay shredded year round.
Yeah, I don't like this. So if you go onto my YouTube channel, click on like videos and then select it from like oldest to newest, there's a video about junk food in the gym. And in it, I say that there's no such thing as bad food. You can eat whatever you want. And I talk about my diet at the time. And I've gotten a lot of criticism for this. Like people watch that video and they're like, wait, Hamza's changed his yeah, of course I have. It's been 2 years and I'm no longer a fucking idiot anymore. Like honestly, this guy, like I'm gonna say it to him, he's a fucking idiot. I recognize him, he's like a famous YouTuber or something. That's stupid as fuck advice to be pushing out, and that's stupid as fuck to be like taking in yourself. Can you be lean whilst eating junk food? Yes, because all you have to do is just eat at the right calories. So you'll eat less calories and you'll technically lose weight, which is nice. Once you look way more into the nutritional side of things, which these guys have no fucking clue about, these guys are fucking stupid. I don't criticize people much, but this is the thing that really pisses me off, because I followed advice like this for many years of my training. They told me if it fits your macros, all calories are the same. As soon as you look into a bit of nutritional research, you're like, how did I fall for that? That's like a stupid lie. What this guy will say is like, you know, oh, calories in, calories out. Your body doesn't process calories. There's different macro and micronutrients. Just picture this, okay? Is your physique gonna look better or worse if you eat ice cream at night time or rice? Because these guys will try and convince you that, oh no, it doesn't make a difference because they're both carbs. But we know that one of them is just full of fucking sugar. I made a 40-minute guide on nutrition. You can watch it totally for free and I'll have it pop up right now.
If you're ever benching without a spotter and you can't get the weight back up, instead of rolling it off your stomach or throwing the weight to the side, all you're gonna do is press it up in this motion, place it back on the rack, and then you're good.
Obviously, they're taking the piss. It actually reminds me that you should take the safety of the movement very seriously. And before you've actually gotten into the routine of benching, you should learn how to do, I think it's called the roll of shame, is where when you can't do the rep, you can't push it up anymore, and your gym doesn't really have like the best sort of safety equipment. You have to kind of gradually roll the bar down your chest, your sternum, your abs, make sure you flex your abs past your hip bones. It's called the roll of shame in like the weightlifting circles. That's really silly in my opinion, because people die in the gym. I'm not saying that this guy's being insensitive about it, but people get injured for life in the gym. Like we're not playing around with like, you know, small weights. So it's so important to know some of like the safety techniques. What I highly recommend you do if you're really into weightlifting, go online, go onto YouTube and just search like weightlifting safety, bench press safety, deadlift safety. Guy in a wheelchair at the gym training, muscle ups in a fucking wheelchair. Yeah, there's a guy who comes to my gym on a wheelchair, and I've seen this guy literally like fucking slowly and surely like get off his wheelchair, lie down on the floor for like dumbbell presses. You gotta respect someone who's putting in the grind like that, man, when there's so many people at home just saying like, oh no, I'm too tired, and you know, there's all these fucking excuses. And here's someone who has like a fucking disability who's coming to put the work in. I respect that.
Millions of guys suffer from body dysmorphia, and we don't even acknowledge it. I get a lot of messages every day from guys that are depressed because they are not tall enough, have bad skin, are going bald, are skinny, overweight, or even have a small PP. They perceive these as flaws, causing them depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. Whilst most of the time, the flaw doesn't exist or is grossly exaggerated. We act like tough guys with muscles, testosterone, but this sort of stuff does affect us, and we need to acknowledge it instead of suppressing it. There is a fine line between wanting self-improvement and body dysmorphia. But if you're not sure, do some research or see a medical professional.
How can you not like this guy, man? This Noel Diaz, he blew up on like YouTube and TikTok, I think in like the last year, like one of the fastest growing fitness influencers. And he's one of those like very wholesome, like he's fucking huge, but he's like a wholesome, humble guy where he gives you like very sound advice, backs up a lot of his stuff with like scientific research, and he tells you to like go to the doctor if you're not sure and stuff. Very good. He seems like he cares, man. He's literally making this video about body dysmorphia, you know, helping young men. It looks like he's got tears in his eyes as he speaks. And this is something that I do feel like more and more it's being talked about, but it's still not enough. With young men, we have so many insecurities that we don't talk about. And in fact, my YouTube channel has really been like a practice of literally just talking about my insecurities, my mistakes and weaknesses. And I've come onto camera literally like showing you my fucking insecurities and talking about every single thing. And you don't realize how much you grow by being able to have confidence about what you're insecure about. I'm thinking now of the reasons why like body dysmorphia and insecurities are so common common, especially in like the ones that we have as young men, which is about bigorexia is a term. It's kind of like anorexia, but the addiction slash obsession with becoming bigger through muscle. And of course, then you can lead into like overtraining and taking steroids. And he mentioned on this as well about like PP, like a lot of guys are insecure about their PP sizes. That's actually like one of those like really like common, like sad. Like I remember how much I used to overthink about that shit when I was in high school. But for most guys who are somewhat inexperienced with women, or maybe you've had like a bad experience with like some bitch telling you like your dick's small or something, it can be one of the most fucking embarrassing, like emotionally draining things to be insecure of your body. I'm not too sure personally what the cure for this would be, because the one thing I can always suggest is like step 0 to trying to improve this is just improve your mental health first. Because if your mental health was significantly better, you would probably assume that your insecurities and body dysmorphia and everything would probably be reduced.
I swear I'm gonna lose my mind if I see one more girl doing ab workouts to try to get abs. If you have no fat on your stomach, then yeah, you can do ab workouts to get abs. But most of us have fat on our stomach like normal people. If your abs are showing, it means you have a very low body fat percentage, which is really hard to achieve and not gonna happen in quarantine. It takes time, and you can't spot reduce fat, which means no matter how many crunches you do, you're not gonna have abs. Your whole body has to lose fat. So you need to be working out your whole body, getting your heart rate up, boosting your metabolism, and taking rest days. And then over time, if you reduce your body fat percentage enough, you'll get abs.
I don't really like this advice personally. Like, your abs are a muscle, right? Imagine saying this same piece of advice about any other muscle. You'd seem like an idiot. Oh, like you don't need shoulders. You don't need to train your shoulders. Yes, you do, dumbass. Yes, you fucking do. Oh, you just need to lose. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's this, bro, this advice pisses me off because I've fallen for it as well. You'll be leaner, which is nice. Your abs will become more visible, but you still need to train them to make them pop. Just like shoulders, biceps, legs. If you want your muscles to actually be bigger and more visible at a higher body fat percentage, you train them, especially with resistance, which literally just means with weight, with more like progressive overload. So you train your abs. 2 weeks from now, you do an even more challenging workout. 2 weeks from then, you do an even more challenging workout. 3 months from then, you add a little bit of weight to whatever exercise you're doing. That's how you make your abs bigger, stronger, make them pop. And then when you go on a calorie deficit and you eat less and you move more, that's when you'll reveal them more. The beautiful thing about actually training your abs, which a lot of people skip because it's just about diet, fuck you. Abs are made in the kitchen. No, they're not, dumbass. What the fuck? Abs are made in the gym. They're revealed in the kitchen. The same with every other muscle.
These are the top 5 supplements that guys should be taking. First up, multivitamin. I take the Animal Pack. Next up, I take ashwagandha for an increase in testosterone. Next up, I take ZMA for a boost in athletic performance. Next up, vitamin D3 for bone support. Last up, krill oil for healthy joints.
I was gonna take the piss out of this guy because it's like, you know, his supplements aren't that good, but to be honest, the stack that he's just recommended then are actually like, from what I understand about fitness supplements or like health supplements, I don't know about krill oil, but the rest of the ones that he said, multivitamin, like they're not supposed to be that effective. It's just fucking mixed. It's mixed in the research if multivitamins kind of do anything, because it's hard to explain, but it's like your body doesn't really process them as much as you think they would. But it might be important if you are deficient in the vitamins, which the majority of people are, so there probably is a benefit to taking them. The same thing with ZMA. I've got a pack right here, which is zinc and magnesium, and vitamin D3 is absolutely essential. That's like, if you're just gonna take one health lifestyle supplement, make it vitamin D3. I wake up every single morning and pop one of these. I don't know about krill oil. The only thing that I would add, if you really wanted to like take supplements and stuff, the only thing I would add to this, creatine. That's really it. And the ones that he's recommended are actually like pretty good choices. I don't know if I'll do another one of these videos, but let me know if you liked it. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.